So here we are at Cafe Ici. This evening I'll be interviewing Melinda Ferguson, whose first book was called Smacked. It was the story of her life as a heroin addict and her heroic journey into recovery. Her latest book that she's launching this evening is called Crashed, and it's the story of how she crashed a Ferrari and saved her life.
It's one of the biggest ironies in life. The thing you think that you hated is the thing that you become in many ways. And so I'm a motoring journalist, one of the many things I do, but that's like a big thing in my life. The cars, I get cars every week. I've been all over the world driving cars. I review cars on a radio show as though I'm some type of expert. Yeah, I'm busier than ever. And so it's just, I find that the universe has played an enormous joke on me, or rather a pleasant one actually, because I love driving now. And once I did get my license, I was like 33 years old. I didn't drive one single day before that, except for crashing, I think, my ex-husband's car when I was trying to learn how to drive. Now I'm a professional. I belong to the South African Guild of Motoring Journalists. It's ironic. Let's call it ironic. I think alcohol was my base addiction. That's what I started at when I was 9, 10 years old. So I was raiding my mom's liquor cabinet at a very young age. So when I've had times of trauma, loss, grieving, the thing I think I long for most is a drink. I haven't really, in all my time of being clean, which is 16 years now, really thought, geez, I need a line of smack or I need a hit of crack. I've sometimes looked at people who smoke dope and go, oh, I remember those days. But it's more alcohol. I was like a total teenage alcoholic. My mom was an alcoholic, so I grew up with it in my home. Then I turned into a very disdainful kind of person about alcohol. I was like, alcohol is really terrible, and started taking heroin. Ironically, those are the things an addict tells themselves. But always, and then so I didn't drink. Then I never drank for years and years and years. But once I stopped everything, the thing that I longed for was alcohol. So I think all I did was just divert. I was the first one who was passed out. I mean, I regularly passed out on alcohol. And during my teenage years, it's pretty worrying. I could drink everybody under the table, and I thought I was really cool. Yeah. The funny thing is I've almost always been with alcoholics, not my Mr. Right now, but my previous 9-year relationship, he was a very heavy drinker. I often wondered how I managed, and it was almost like he was drinking a lot and getting drunk. And I one day woke up quite recently when I was writing the book actually, and I thought the reason why I felt so comfortable was because I grew up with it. So it was almost like my mother in drag. Yeah, my old boyfriend. And then, my new boyfriend, he loves wine. He's a German. He was going to buy a wine farm when he came here, as all Germans would like to. So it doesn't actually make me want to drink. I think I've probably it probably isn't a good thing, but I've got a high tolerance level for alcohol around me. I'm used to it. And also, if you're in South Africa, you cannot avoid it. So because everybody was just drinking, and everybody drinks. It's part of the social thing. It was more difficult for me to sort of, in those early years, establish myself as a non-drinker than a non-drug user. Because the drug using, because what I used to say to people, often they'd be like, come on man, just have a drink. And that was in my first year of recovery, and it was really bad because of course I wanted to have a drink. One day I got so cross, I said, give me your car keys, I'll have this drink, and then I'm going to take your car and I'm going to pawn it in Hillbrow. I'm going to buy crack with whatever I get, and then I'm going to, then you're not going to see me again. And they were like, okay, then don't have a drink. But it was almost like I had to really make it very clear. And you have to keep on putting those boundaries up. So I can imagine that someone whose partner is putting pressure on, it must be really, really hard. It actually can break a relationship up, you not drinking, which is it's really sad, actually. As soon as you say drugs like alcohol, they'll be like, alcohol's not a drug. Oh, well, why isn't it? And it causes more damage. More people have car accidents on drinking than dacha, I bet. Or even on heroin. No one's even got a car in the end if you've got a heroin addict. So yeah, and I mean, people also abuse their wives or their husbands or whatever. And I mean, there's a lot of social ills that happen because of drinking, but people somehow seem to go, it's okay. I did a course in Joburg with a guy called David Collins, and it went over 3 months, and basically it's not like counseling, so there's no telling anyone what to do. It's really finding solutions from the client. So it's very solutions based, yeah. And basically the questions you ask as a coach are leading the person to find their own answers. So that's, I think, in a nutshell, what recovery coaching is.